find Krissy memorabilia. Those are free to a good home. So if you want a party favor, you can have one. Take a little piece of Christiana home. So.
Yay, Krissy!
So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the microphone to anybody who has a story to tell about Krissy. I've got a real quick one. When I moved to Denton, I was 17, and after my first year of living in the dorms, I moved to where the cool kids were, and ended up living 2 doors down from Krissy. And I met her because one day I saw this woman attached to a really long leash in go-go boots and a little mini red jumper with long hair flying out like, "Heal, Margaret, heal!" And I'll always remember her that way. Coincidentally, I think I lived in a 5-mile radius from her every year after that for at least 20 more years until she moved out to the desert. So it's really nice. Please come up. It's a time of remembrance, so come on up. First, we have the lovely Suzy with a push. I had just graduated from high school in Denton, Texas, and went out to the trail dust to get a job. Showed up my first day. Krissy's version is looking like something out of Little House on the Prairie, with a big fluffy skirt and a ruffly shirt and a bandana. And she saw me and she said that she felt sorry for me because I looked so awful. And she had been out there a couple of years, I guess, maybe a little over a year. And she took me under her wing and she showed me everything that was cool and everybody that was cool. A lot of people are here today. There's probably not one person in this room that wasn't completely and thoroughly touched in the heart and on the body by Krissy. There are so many things since 1984 that I could tell, but none of them are appropriate or acceptable in a room with children.
There's no children here, it's okay. Come on, sister.
So, Krissy introduced me to anyone I ever went out with. She introduced me to my husband. I think there are about 15 people in this room who are married because of Krissy. I think she would get sick of us. Yeah, show hands. I think she would get sick and tired of us and pawn us off on guys is what I think was going on. I love her so much. I love her today. I'm very, very, very sad that she's not here. Of course, she's here in spirit, but she's not here in body to boss me around. Every time I hear someone talk about her, my heart fills up with happiness, and that's what I'm going to do from here on out to be able to tolerate this world without her. And I cheaped out and wrote first I got to look cool. Remember, this is now cool time. Okay. My letter is to my sister Krissy. You're the one who rocks the tool belt and an evening gown. You inspire and encourage everyone you encounter. You put the cheap in cheesy. You belch with style. And you're such a part of my life. You bring the bestest to every gathering. You have a unique style and grace. And did I mention you work real good? I'm rich beyond my dreams for knowing you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. We had some people over to the house yesterday with everybody being in town, and we didn't stay up too late, and we were doing some cleanup and back outside. We had some candles out, and Leslie and I were doing the thing, and there were some candles that we had around, and there were 2 candles that were still lit when we went back out to clean up. There's this one over here on the right. It just looked cool, that's why we got it. And it's all in Spanish, maybe Bubba can tell us what it says. This other one, when we discovered it, we thought that it was pretty appropriate. I'm going to read it, because it's in English.
guardian angel, spirit protector who always protects me, my loved ones, and my friends. Help me give guidance to those who assist me with solutions to my life's problems, and give comfort to my soul. Reveal to me what I must do tomorrow, and give strength and courage to my afflicted spirit. Make my problems disappear and restore my faith. Amen. We're getting our religion on. There's one thing that keeps happening when we're talking about Krissy over these last few months. And I notice that the word light and angel and all that stuff keep coming up. So I think that we can all feel lucky that we do have a guardian angel looking out for us. And just to remember that Elvis and Mrs. Miller would be very proud of all of you here. And it's really kind of sick that we all know who Mrs. Miller is. Thank you guys. Thank you.
I just don't know what there is to say about a woman who would choose Wayne Green to be her maid of honor. In those overalls and those braided pigtails, he looked like testosterone Krissy. Anyway, going into the summer of '89, Club Dada needed two new bartenders. And they chose a member of the wait staff and the guy that had worked the employee Christmas party. And me and Krissy started the same night. And Club Dada was a creative explosion at that time. And everybody, the staff, the performers, the customers all fed off each other. And Krissy was a huge part of that. Not only was she a badass artist, but she was also a mentor and even a songwriter's muse. And one night, I was talking to her about something that I just couldn't execute as a photograph, a piece I just needed to do to get rid of some angst. And she listened to my cockamamie idea about how I was going to build basically a huge plastic sculpture in my studio and then photograph it from the rafters. And she just smiled and said, "Why don't you just do a painting, Smitty?" And I told her I couldn't paint. And she told me I could paint. And she made me believe it. And it turned out pretty good. She didn't teach me how to paint, but she gave me the courage to step outside of my own media. And I'd like to tell you that I became a great painter. I didn't become a great painter or a great sculptor or a great animator. But I've tried all of those things because that night, way back then, Krissy pushed me out of my safe little artistic box and made me know that I could do other kinds of art. So here's to you, Krissy. Your work lives not only in your own work, but in the work of all the artists